wait.
Shiraz.
Is that...
No, Shiraz.
He's just making you
God.
ignore him.
Here's the thing though. There are different reasons to tell stories.
Hi, Jerry Killer. Oh, ghost! I'm gonna clip that. I'm gonna clip that so hard. Oh my. Going through the alley, gonna eat a lot of peaches. No, stop it. I did that just to piss Striker off. She hates that song. Ah, no! It just happened! I didn't even get a chance. Book launches in the future, and also just random inane conversations between random groups of people that I think will be phenomenal moving forward on Twitch. Cheers. Whew. Oh, that's why shot glasses are that shape. That was so easy. You know, I just tried that and I died on the way. You bitch. I know. I bounced and died in the middle of bouncing, so... They do. While it sounds like it would be hilarious, I don't want to deal with it. I just want to run through here. Of course, there's that. And that, I'm just gonna drink my wine is what's gonna happen. I used my master key to get in here. Oop! Oh, it's the big... Oh! I know where I'm at! Son of a bitch! It's this guy! Not if you can hear me.
Yeah, we can
Yeah?
hear you.
I don't even see you anymore.
Yes, we hear you.
I don't know what's going on over here. I can't...
Ghost, she doesn't know how to end.
We have lost.
She doesn't know how to end the stream. What did you do?
Megan, what are you
I don't
doing?
know what to do.
She said to nod if you can hear her. You did this on purpose.
I'm gonna keep out over that for a while. That is my personal goal when I occasionally am okay. Like, if we're gonna slaughter people, great. I love people pate. It's my favorite thing ever. But, like, I don't think I can restore it to its glory. He must have worked. How did he even do that? Look, it's like... Oh, you guys, I'm just, he must have, I don't even know if I can do this. Watch, let's try this. This is not gonna work. Okay, hold on, I gotta put it down. I have to recreate the wine chicken. This is the thing that's happening right now, guys. I'm dying, I'm really... Oh my god. That should be far enough away from the cam. No? Hello, friends. Hi.
Hello.
It is Friday night. Hey, Flutter, want to hear a joke? Crew, hi, welcome,
days.
Crew. What's your joke, crew? Hello. How you doing, guys?
I'm doing. My brain is dead, but I'm doing pretty good.
Friday.
Friday, gotta get down on Friday.
Oh, don't even start with that shit.
Everybody's looking forward to the weekend.
I hate you.
I have no
I
idea
don't
what
have
just
the brain
happened,
capacity.
but I'm not mad about that. Okay, moving on. Oh god, you guys
Look,
are
I-
amazing.
Cover album. Wolf does the hits.
Wolf does the hits. I'm
Yeah.
drinking some Cali Rosé tonight because I felt like treating myself for our evening together.
I am drinking sparkling kiwi strawberry water from a
Yum.
wine glass because I'm fancy.
I'm drinking peach spice iced tea
Oh, that's
with
nice.
Sounds really
with some
good.
oat creamer in it, which is very nice.
All right, the joke is, I can never muster up the courage to trust stairs. They're always up to something.
Mhm. If you guys have not peeked in the Discord and seen the lovely artwork that Bard Owl posted, you need to do that right now.
Oh,
Which
okay.
Discord is it in?
Ghost's Discord under memes.
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 And Flutter, I highly recommend showing it on stream. So you know. I guess that's that color? It can't really be any other color.
When did they do this?
Bard did that last night.
Okay.
She sent it to me at 11 o'clock at night, so it was posted last night. You'll know it when you see it. You'll know it. You'll know. I think it's under memes. You'll know it. You'll see it. It's not very far up.
Is Wha-
It's the Bard Owl one from 11:37 p.m.
Oh
with all
my
the
god,
emotes.
what in hell is that?
It's art. It's high art.
Oh goodness.
I
Crew is
approve of
drinking
this.
soup and water. Oh my god, what is this picture?
It's amazing. Bard Owl made that, and it's amazing.
The Disembodied Head of Ghost Pepper Turns Me Gay Spicily by Chuck Tingle.
This is so bad.
Joe
Let
showed
me
it on his stream,
All
so
right.
So bad,
Let's go to
it's good.
it's
this.
amazing.
And let me see. Do I have a window here?
I think I've maybe almost gotten
Guys,
all of these.
I just don't even.
I
Yeah,
love it.
Bard
This is
Owl made
so
that,
bad.
and I have a copy that's just the head to get added to 7TV. So
Ah!
I just.
Look, he does this to himself.
I mean, yeah, he's the one who took that picture and showed it to Flutter on, and was like, "You can show it on stream." So I tweeted it, and he's like, "Why did you tweet that?" And I was like, "Well, first of all, I didn't think you would see it because you'd never see my tweets, and second of all, you already told her she could show it on stream."
Right, right.
And then a bunch of people found it, but Bard hadn't. So I showed it to her last night, and she instantly made this.
That's terrifying. I just.
It's amazing. I love it. All right, now I've resorted all the colors. Hopefully they'll stay sorted. Let's start Beast. Look at this. We're working on Beauty and the Beast again because we finished the horse, the part 1 of the horse last night. And I think Woof was there to see it, so I don't think I have to get it out.
Yes. I was able to see the majestic butt stallion.
Yes.
The butt stallion.
Oh.
The butt
Oh,
stallion.
I keep
So we
bumping
need
things.
2 dark blues, 17,182. That's this one.
I did also notice that when you showed off the picture of that pattern, of the Beauty and the Beast pattern, that the brave, the infamous brave,
Mhm.
the E is like right over the beast crotch.
It is a little bit. Yeah. Not quite in the middle, but to the side of it. Yeah.
I just. What? Clearly we're okay. So I'm just gonna move on. We're going.
Oh,
Look,
no,
I'm
a
starting
corpse was
early tonight,
mentioned.
alright?
It's fine.
How
I'm not mad because
rude.
that means it's gonna be a good night. That's. I
gotta
just.
say, I know I've been talking about the fact that I started medication a lot lately, so I won't stick on this long. But one thing I didn't talk a lot about before I started the medication was that I was very dizzy a lot, and I was struggling to feel like myself a lot, and I was having some really rough focus days. And within 2 days of starting the medication, I have not been dizzy.
Awesome.
I feel good again. I feel like myself again. So even if I'm not drinking tonight, I'm super happy.
Fantastic. That is
because
amazing. I'm so glad.
I feel good again. Yeah, I'm hoping that trend continues. I mean, it's not like there are no drawbacks to the medication I'm taking. Things could go wrong, but they're not going wrong right now.
Right. Which is fantastic.
Mm-hmm. So I will take what I have been given.
Received a one up.
Received
Yes.
one up. I definitely have. I mean, I've also I should mention it's not entirely just the medication. I have hit my exercise routine super hard again. I've been doing yoga 5 times a week. I've been doing my bike 5 times a week. I've worked back up to doing 325 calories at a go. So I'm at almost a half an hour on the bike now. I started at like 20 minutes because I knew if I went straight back to the 35, it would murder me. So it's I went hardcore on health. You know, it wasn't just the one thing, but I feel like it's going well. So
Well, that's good.
yeah. I'm not unhappy. And it does get easier to be less paranoid about the medication now that I've been on it for a week. Also, I've written over 40,000 words this week in the last 4 days.
I
and
think you're
Which is
crazy.
amazing.
my ears are smoking. It has been crazy. I have one more crazy day to do. I have to take a break over the weekend or I will lose my mind, I think.
Yeah. Well, good, because I know you were thinking, like, should I write
yeah,
some...
but I'm at the point where I only have to write like 8,700
Only, like,
words.
9,000 words.
Under 9,000.
Only.
For sure. It's closer to my point is that it's closer to my daily average. Oh god, Bard posted another one in photos. It's so great. She just posted it a minute ago.
Oh no. That's
he
so
again,
bad.
he does this to himself.
That's so terrible.
I approve.
I approve.
Yeah. Look,
But
I
yeah,
always
I've-
approve of ghost shenanigans.
I've written so many words in the past 4 days that my ears are bleeding. My brain is fried. My vocabulary
God.
is basically non-existent. Gotta get used to working on the much smaller canvas again. It's interesting because the canvas is softer and the holes are bigger on the horse one, but the strands are also longer and there's way more colors.
I could joke about that, but I'm not going to.
I mean, you can. I don't care. I knew what I was saying when I said it. I knew what the possibilities were.
Oh man.
Not like I spoke those words in innocence.
Ah.
So
There's no innocence with me.
You think I don't know that?
Which is funny, you know, I had a coworker, so this was like many years ago when I still lived in Florida. I had this coworker who, she was like convinced that I was some like innocent, like whatever, who like didn't know anything. And I'm just like, look, I have seen the dark places of the internet. I'm not what you think I am.
You were good at hiding it, apparently.
I was, yes.
I don't know how I want to.
Oh yeah, what are you working on this week, Flutter?
My stream panels.
Oh, nice.
Like, I've been working on making these, like, hand-drawn panels for a while. Every now and then I kind of dip back into them. So I've, like, the YouTube one done and the Twitter one partially done for, like, those links. So I would just, making ones for, like, everything.
Hydrate, the crew demands it.
One sec, LaCrew. I shall do that as soon as I finish
skin suits.
this stitch.
Thank you, friend.
Oh my gosh, so Flutter, after watching you playing some Dark Souls, I got the bug again to play the game. And I realized I had never done, because there's like different builds you can do, and I usually like default to like big chunker with a giant weapon kind of thing. And I was like, you know, I've never tried like doing anything with, there's like bows in this game. I've never tried anything with that before. And I know my way around really well, so I just kind of like was fucking around and not spending a lot of time exploring.
Right.
And I got myself like a very basic bow or whatever, and then there's this I won't spoil anything, but there's one point where you have to kind of fight like it's like a mini boss to like get through a door to like get to the next area, right? And I had like a sword and board and I got wrecked, of course.
Right.
And then there was like a note on the ground that was like track and contraption. I was like, I wonder if I could lure this guy over to this elevator and make him fall down into the pit, because sometimes that works.
Right.
But so I shot him to like pull the guy, right? And but he wouldn't. There was a door, and he like his model, like his AI, like wouldn't let him go through the door. And so I just shot him.
I was gonna
I just shot him from afar. It was perfect. I was like, this is great. Didn't take a single hit. Beautiful.
I love it. I love it when that stuff works out like that.
And I'm of the opinion with those games that these games are not fair to me, so I'm not fair back.
Does this game require skill, LaCrew? Because if so, I won't be able to play.
What is it? Oh.
Duskfall?
There's a game
Sounds
I highly recommend play on
familiar.
stream.
Is it a
Dusk
dating
Falls.
sim?
Sounds familiar, but I've never...
Dusk Falls. I'm gonna look it up.
LaCrew, how is you're doing NaNoWriMo, aren't you? How's your Nano going?
They said they did 900 today. That's really amazing.
It's awesome.
As Dusk Falls, is that what you're talking about, Crew? As Dusk Falls?
Oh, As Dusk Falls, yeah. I missed the as.
Oh yeah, me too.
Is that even right?
Oh, I see it. Okay, As Dusk Falls.
What is it?
It is explore the entangled lives of two families across 30 years in an original interactive drama.
Oh.
Starting in 1998 with a robbery gone wrong, the characters' lives depend on the choices you make. Since it's a story-rich, choices matter.
That sounds like a game I can actually play.
Yeah.
And destroy people's lives.
It looks interesting.
Oh yeah, narrative story game.
I just assumed it was going to be a Dark Souls-like game.
Oh wow.
No, it looks more like Detroit, except not as kind of involved, maybe?
Without
Maybe as
the,
involved. It's just different animation style.
RTs.
Yeah. I don't know. Sometimes like I feel like is that a David Cage game, that the Detroit?
Yep.
Like I find his games sometimes just get too up their own assholes, and it's just like
Detroit Become Human was pretty good. It didn't have the demons and stuff in it.
yeah.
I put it on my wish list, crew.
I thought you almost said your
the
wish
music
list. And I'm
I
like, oh.
almost did.
Ah.
I don't know. Whatever. Okay.
Look, I'm not making fun of you.
No, it's fine. I'm very...
Ooh, the
These are my
Aida
friends.
soundtrack is on Spotify. Let's try that. See
What-
if,
what is?
hits my
Oh, yeah.
Spotify.
Aida.
I'm not there yet.
Sorry.
I just started the first song, which is not
Every
that one.
story.
Okay, there's a whole there's a whole flute part.
I understand this. And yet...
I've been exploring new metal bands.
Uh-oh. That means I probably will be listening to them soon too.
I found one. I would call it's more like prog rock, so it's not like heavy, super heavy, but it's like this band from like Tunisia, and like I'm super into it because they mix like kind of Middle Eastern sounds with like kind of prog metal, like weird shit.
Okay.
Actually,
Send me a link and I'll listen to a song. And
yeah,
see.
actually, Flutter, I think this is something you could listen to because it's not like super heavy with the drums.
Interesting.
Also,
Yeah.
you listen to AC/DC, which is a constant paradox to me.
No, AC/DC does not sound the same as the metal that you listen to. I don't know what world you're living in, but it is not the same genre. It is not even remotely the same. AC/DC is
same.
rock.
I mean,
No,
AC/DC
It's
AC/DC
a hard
metal.
rock,
metal,
but
yeah, AC/DC
it
is
is
metal.
not
There are
metal.
different types of
There-
metal.
I
I
think
don't.
it's
It is
like-
not metal the
no,
way
no.
I think of metal, for
There's
sure.
traditional heavy
It
metal.
is,
It's like
yeah.
the Deep Purple style of like metal from like the late 70s and early 80s.
I can't
but
listen to
it's-
metal, crew. It makes
You're
my
right
heart
that
go
it's
so
not-
fast that I think it's gonna explode. But then,
Can I say a sentence?
What?
It's not. You're right that it's not as heavy as some of the stuff we listen to, but it's pretty heavy for you. like-
That's fair.
it's not that bad though. Like it doesn't.
But it means that there is some metal that you could probably listen
Probably,
Yeah.
but the fact that I'd have to parse the albums out into songs that were go and not go.
You know
I-
what though? I also listen to a lot of folk metal, which I think you would be fine with. And some prog stuff probably I think you'd be fine with. Like I think Rowena, or sorry,
You're
Flutter,
fine.
whatever. You listen to Arion, right, Megan?
to. Are you talking to me?
Yeah,
I've listened to what? Who?
Arion.
I can't understand what you're saying. Speak louder.
Arion.
I don't know what Arion is.
They're that one. I think you're the one who said they did that one album where it was all like songs about sci-fi movies, like Stargate and shit.
Okay, Spotify found them for me. I don't know who they are, but I think I remember what you're talking about.
Right. Anyway, that I have been listening to a lot of that, and that's like another band. I think well, they're not. It's not really a band. It's like a project.
Crew, that game does sound fun. I killed a man by accident. He had a kid, but it's all good. I finished my first playthrough and then
Oh
went
my
back.
gosh.
I know, it's awful when you do that stuff in those games. They're terrible like that.
Well, they didn't take the spaces out of this album. That's annoying. Oh no, that's my fault. I have it on shuffle.
Aces.
I don't know
Oh.
if I want to do something
There we
that
go.
long. I just want to do
Adam
little
Pascal
things.
is about to sing. You can't change the song.
Adam
You get serious
Pascal
Dahmerin vibes
is-
from this character.
Yeah, he's a hottie.
You know, people who worship Lin-Manuel Miranda, I'm sorry, but no, give me Adam Pascal, please.
I mean,
His voice is better.
Well, I mean, if we're talking about voice, that's a whole thing.
I'm talking about
Well,
voice.
yeah, I just
no,
mean they
talking
have
about-
different.
I'm talking about voice.
Right, they have
Well, yeah, I don't
wholly
think he's-
different
I don't
talent
think
sets.
he's ever
so-
claimed to be a great singer, but I mean.
I think he sings fine. I think he's a character.
Oh
singer.
yeah, I mean he's
I
not like
think-
he's not like a massive. He's not like a what's his face.
There are, you guys aren't on my Twitter feed, but there are some people who are seriously like, they want to crawl up his ass. And
Everybody's,
like,
there's always people like that for something.
there
Yeah.
are better options.
Like he's not like a Colm Wilkinson or like a.
Right.
what's that other
I have
guy?
nothing against Lin-Manuel Miranda, by the way. I just don't worship him. I keep feeling like this is getting tangled, but it's just that it's shorter. It's shorter than what I'm used to. The strains are shorter than on the horse.
I just love that her face, like she just like doesn't have eyes or a mouth yet.
She does.
Oh, does she? Okay, I can't see it.
See, she has like laser
Oh, right,
eyes.
okay.
From the palace yard, fortune favors the free.
You know what's the best about that album is when I put it in my playlist as a song and then I shuffle my playlist. That song and the song before it, one of them ends abruptly and one of them starts very abruptly
Yeah,
with like,
that's what I
but the
just ran
start
into,
one
too,
is in the
yeah.
middle of her like singing a high note like
Oh my gosh. Okay, here's a funny thing. This was years and years ago. I made my mom a copy of the Les Mis, I think it was the anniversary concert, the first one. The whole thing was fine, and then she was like, "Oh, by the way, I was listening to this, and at the very last song, when they're singing that huge the last note or whatever it is, where
Yeah.
they're like, whatever." She's like, "Yeah, it just cuts off in 15 seconds before it ends." And I'm like, "Fuck."
no. No fun. Also, due to the nature of the story, there's 3 different books that have all different possible continuations or endings so far. I've had multiple sub-endings, same overarching end in book 2. I haven't even unlocked book 3 yet, but I'm still only on my 3rd playthrough, so it's what it is. You can also have your Twitch audience participate in the choices as well if you want. Oh, that's cool.
Pretty cool.
Be back in about 7 minutes of listening, just lurking while I do some chores. No problem, crew. I do that all the time. I kind of really wish my brush.
I will say, I thought Lin-Manuel Miranda was pretty good in the new remake of His Dark Materials, even though he was way too young for the part.
Right, he does play roles like that pretty well, I think.
Well, they're
Yeah,
like, "Oh,
he's a
he's famous,"
great-
so.
He's a great, don't get me wrong, he's a great actor, and he does write good music. I just don't think, there are better singers. Of course, Twitter is over there imploding right now, so...
Yeah,
Yeah, if you haven't been on Twitter in a while, now's a bad time to go back.
no, I have no intention of going back to Twitter.
I don't really have a choice. I'm on there for my business.
I know.
I gave up on Facebook. I gotta be somewhere.
The only thing I go to Facebook for, I think I remember I told you that there was this person who used to be tangentially in social circles that I was in, who has lost their mind,
Mm-hmm.
and I watch them imploding.
Is it the one I'm thinking of?
Yes, this person, I suspect this person has literal paranoid delusions. As they have a mental health.
Something has to have gone on there.
Yes, because
that person was not always like that.
yeah, because at this point they think that they're talking about how like basically like they're in the center of like a global conspiracy, and just this crazy, just like their mother who's not actually their mother, claims to be their mother but actually killed their mother, and their former spouse was the child of Jimmy Hoffa, and their supposed mother is the head of the Taliban.
Oh gosh.
They're just
has it gone that far down? I haven't
yes.
talked to this person in a while.
I don't know if it's someone you ever really knew, but
I knew them well enough to know that this is crazy.
wait, oh no, that's not who it is. This is someone else.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
no, it's not that person.
Jesus, okay.
This was someone who was.
It's the person I'm thinking of, and you said
Oh
yes.
no! I think I've talked about this person before, but it's someone who was like in, like where I lived.
I see. That's kind of a relief because the person I know
Yes.
the person I was thinking of has like slid downhill, but not.
Yeah, not that bad. Yeah.
I just got Facebook and Twitter for photographs. Already learned to watermark my stuff within the first week and a half of having it. Yeah. The world is certainly a place. I don't know what I'm really doing this one here.
And I also get serious Dahmer vibes from this whole plot because it's basically what his father tried to do to him.
That bastard.
Mm-hmm. You must have a bond that's grand by any standards float a layer. Put 5,000 slaves on standby.
Build another pyramid. Build it. That's one of the best dance sequences in that show too.
Never gotten to see it. I'm so fucking sad.
Yeah, for real, because that's like when people are like, if there's a show you would like to see revived on Broadway, that's the one.
That's
one. Mm-hmm. That was such a great fucking show.
I haven't even been able to find a bootleg of it that I can watch.
I know,
I'm
that's
sad.
so sad, right? There's gotta be something out there. You would have thought that at the turn of the century, people on Broadway were recording shows on rig, but...
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even mean bootlegs, but like, yeah, people have bootlegs too. Like, I mean, like the theaters themselves.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a copy locked away somewhere.
Right, but they should
Someday
be.
they'll release it.
They should be releasing those things.
Just there's that line in one of the later songs where he's like evil's a distinctive smell, and then also he says I wouldn't wish those words on anyone, like father like son. That's exactly how Dahmer feels. And like I wrote this one scene where it's the very first time that you see Dahmer's father on camera, and he calls him by his full name, and Dahmer just has this visceral reaction to being called by this name that he rejected. Like, it's this complete and total rejection of that identity.
Right.
And for everyone who doesn't know, that name is Bobberin.
Well, it's like my middle name. Like, I finally just fucking got rid of it. But that, like, it makes my skin crawl when people call me by that name.
Well, because if you have defined your identity, you want to be defined by that identity. You don't want to have another one forced on you. Although the reason why the strands on this are shorter is because they're much tighter as well. I noticed that. The stitches are much bigger on the horse. That must be why it's
right.
You know too much, and what you say is better left unknown.
Now
Sorry, I'm gonna sing a
just
lot.
slave
Can't help it.
Like you, our lives are not our own.
Never have abandoned, and nor I think could you. That spark of hope for freedom, no terror can subdue.
My only hope is silence. You've never seen my face.
You remain a princess in any time or place.
You don't know me.
Yes, I know you.
You don't know me.
Oh, I know. Just wait until we get to the Dance of the Robe, the one we actually sang.
God.
The one we actually learned to sing.
Oh my god, that was so fun.
We sang like half of this musical on that concert night, like.
Oh yeah, we did. It was funny too though, because like I didn't initially like the musical when I heard the music first. And then we went and saw it and I was like,
Yeah, I think you need to know the story to really
Right.
appreciate like the depth of the music.
that was definitely a thing for me. What if we do a little bitty leaf up here? That's what we should do. You guys actually sing a song, me randomly making a song for Febreze. That's fun.
I can't sing the song, it's out of my range. So I'll dance instead.
Is it mine? Oh yeah, it is. I could see you bopping.
Strongest
It
suit.
is.
It's out of my range.
Wait, what part is it though? No, you're killing me.
Power of my being is displayed to
Quite
quite
remarkable effect. From your cradle via trousseau to your deathbed, you're on view. So never compromise, except no substitute. I would rather wear a barrel than conservative apparel, for a dress has always been my strongest
Did I do
suit.
that right? Did I? I did.
I love that song. That was one of the most amazing moments in Broadway history for me to watch.
Again,
I loved
another
it
song
so
that I never
much.
really appreciated until I knew the story. And
Right.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Because for anyone who's never seen Aida, the idea behind the queen or the princess is that she believes that she's basically just a centerpiece, right? She's just there to be dressed up and shown off, and she doesn't feel like she has any real purpose until much, much later
Yeah.
in the story. Because everything is about Radames.
What did I do with these up here? I did just.
She's definitely a soprano, though, and I'm not.
Oh yeah, she's I would love that role except for that too.
I can do Aida just fine. But...
Except for the fact that you're a white girl.
I can sing her songs. I mean, I could never be on Broadway.
Right.
I was not even thinking of playing the character.
See, I always think in terms of like playing the role.
No. I can sing the songs to the soundtrack in my living room. I could never do. I would never even think of comparing myself to the actual character. And not just because I'm a white girl. I do not have those chops.
She does have some shots, that Heather Headley, man.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, they needed someone who could stand up to Adam Pascal in the friggin' duets.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and the trios, man.
Yeah.
Fuck. That's one of my favorite songs, too.
I gotta say, though, having written further in these books now, I'm not a huge fan of Damarin's mother either.
No.
It's not always the best.
Yeah.
If I could leave this place, then I'd be sailing to
Corners of my land where
there
there
would
would
be
be
sweet southern winds of liberty prevailing.
beauty so majestic and so free. No ties,
No ties, time and space to bind us. No horizon I could not pursue. Leave the world's misfortunes far behind me.
something new.
Why should I tell you this?
Stranger I've just met. A woman
Who
who
I
I
hardly
hardly
know
know at all and will forget.
forget.
He's so angry at her right then.
I know, because he's a tool at this point.
Mustn't gone tomorrow.
No, that part's still coming up. This is the soft part.
Oh, sorry.
This is where she tells him off.
Oh yeah. I'm never going to
You are not
leave
a
Egypt
prisoner.
again.
There are no shackles on you.
Don't expect any pity or understanding from this humble palace slave.
And why did I tell her this?
There it is. Yeah.
Stranger I just met. A woman who I hardly know at all and will forget. Anonymous and gone tomorrow.
Shipment passing through.
Passing through. And all I done is tell her things.
She already knew. Gonna go lurk for a while, just playing as Dusk Falls while listening to stream. Probably have to random spontaneous message show up in chat. Thank you for the hydrate, crew. Enjoy your lurk and enjoy your game.
Who's that doing that? Stop doing that. No, come on. Cooperate. Go down one. A life of great potential is dismissed inconsequential. Only ever seem as being cute.
So I'll flutter to deceive.
Now you must believe. One day you're sure to find
A stronger,
a stronger suit.
God's Love Nubia is next.
Dance of the robe.
Oh, is it Dance of the Rope first?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I guess it is.
That scares me. It's knowing having followed.
I must
must
leave. It's knowing how he's
Passing there compares me to those in my past whom I now
succeed. But how can whatever I do for them now be enough? Be enough.
Only yes.
Zero.
Is a lifetime of service, wisdom,
Weird.
courage to ask more. Would be
Welcome
selfish,
and
but
thank you for
nothing
the You Shall Not
less
Pass
to do.
Zero. It's not as loud today as it usually is. I don't know what's up with that.
That's not necessarily a bad thing.
Right? Yeah, no, I agree. Probably.
Should be perfect. Your robe should be perfect instead of this ragged concoction of thread. May you be moved by its desperate beauty to give us new life. Rather be dead than live. I can't go this high either.
Squalor and shame of the slave to the dance. That one gets a little high for me too, actually.
Mm-hmm. Ask of you. I guess it was God's Love Nubia that we sang rather than this one.
Can't have racing hearts during show tunes. Racing hearts during show tunes is the only way to go, Zero. I think. You've got to be excited about it. But I appreciate the sentiment. My heart always racing. Yeah. I really want to do some ridiculous, like, crazy one. Just, like, curls out. That's not it, though.
Man, I've written so many words this past week, and all I can think about is how much of a train wreck it is and how much is probably missing, and...
I'm sure that your words are perfect, actually.
Oh, they're definitely not.
I don't know. I think that you don't need to be worried as badly.
This is rough draft. Like, this is rough
Draft,
words.
right?
This
Yeah.
story is a disaster.
This is just cranking them out.
I mean, it will eventually be good. It's not right now. It's not.
All right, let's stick some flowers in here, shall we? Where did the vines? Oh. I see, okay. We'll clean it up later. All right. That means we're going to pink. I need this.
Come on, you
pink,
bastard.
actually.
Go in the right. Come on. You son of a bee. My goodness. I stood on certain ground, a picture of true happiness, a confidence so effortless, no brighter could be found.
Oh no.
Never asked the questions that trouble me today. I knew all there was to know. Love would lightly put on show. My conquests on display.
Can't believe he's changing.
Who'd have thought that confidence could die? Not me,
Not me.
not me.
Not me.
And all I took for granted was a lie.
Oh no.
And who'd have guessed I'd throw my world away to be with someone I'm afraid will say, not me,
This can never be.
not me.
He's in love, but he's not the only one who'll be changed. Why hasn't Rodimace come to see me again? And yet, we're to be married in 3 days. And yet, I am Yaida. I must make things right with him. I can remember the dialogue, maybe.
For what they shared.
I knew something there was to know. I don't know that one, apparently.
If I confess I need
Some comfort there. Oh, yeah.
Who'd have thought love could be so good?
Not me. Not me.
Show me things I never understood. Not me. Ah, shit.
Not me.
It's all fun and games until it gets tangled.
I was on the other version of that song.
Yeah, that is a
Until-
reprise.
yeah. Until you started the one verse, I was like, oh.
That's why I did it, so you'd know where it was. It wasn't a bad tangle, luckily. Yeah, the good thing about the horse one is that the tangles are bigger, which makes them easier to pull out
Right.
than these little buggers. My nose. Banish this for a hot second. Ooh. Whoopi can't help but notice that you haven't been singing with us.
I don't know those songs.
That's a lie, and also I know you were a theater kid more so than me.
I'm a what? Yeah, but I've never seen that show.
But that
Or
doesn't mean
listen
that you
to it.
haven't heard the music. Well, what are you waiting for? Like, come on, it's so good.
That's a lie.
Like, I know you were a theater kid, okay?
Look, woof. We know that you like Broadway music.
Hold it again.
when I turn on other things.
Every now and then I feel like I just lose my mind and forget how cross stitches work and I go sideways instead of across and I'm like, what are you doing? Who are you?
Right.
How many years have you been doing this? Yeah.
A lot more than I should.
When I was looking for this particular cross stitch, I didn't actually find any with Beast as the prince, but I was fully like, I will not buy one that has him as the prince. He has to be as Beast in the cross stitch.
Yeah, because that would have been unacceptable.
Yeah, well, you know, we're on the same page with that.
Right.
But I was fully ready to be like, not that one. Unfortunately, the only other one I found was actually, like, gigantic, and I don't think I ever would have been able to finish it.
That's alright. I am happy with the one that you picked. It's good.
And if I had finished it, you would have needed, like, an entire wall. But, yeah,
Anime and show tunes night for you, Zero. Oh, interesting. I love it. What's your favorite show, Zero? For show tunes.
Oh, what for you in chat yesterday when someone asked about a caramel dancing Damarin, and I was like, he would just walk out of the room.
What? Yes.
I think it was Maskling was like, because we were talking about, I had the Chibi Damarin like giant to hide my Twitter when I was doing my other account.
Mm-hmm.
And Maskling was like, because I said he's adorable, and Maskling was like, don't you mean a Domernable? And I was like, oh, that's so cute. And then Maskling was like, what about a caramel dancing Damarin? And I was like, no, he would murder me. He would, first of all, he would murder me. Second of all, he would just like walk out of the room. He would be very no.
That's funny.
So this goes all the way to there, huh?
Guildmaster. Oh, my show tunes are right here, of course. Oh my goodness.
BRB.
Oh my
Hey,
goodness.
Vinyl.
Vinyl! Hello, my love. How are you, my love? How's your evening going? Are you relaxing? Are you being relaxed?
Yeah, is Cauliflumps relaxing you? Because if he's not, tell him to get on that.
Mm-hmm. That is an absolutely necessary thing. Mm-hmm. Do you guys like my panels I'm working on? I've been,
Yes.
they've been, like I need to finish the Twitter one. The YouTube one. I'm just doing new images. Hi, Zero. Your evening is great. Yay, I took a surprise nap. Yay, surprise naps. Thank you for the hydrate, crew. Flowers. Is it weird to stick one different? That one is really... Do I just stick with the pointy flowers? I think I stick with the pointy flowers. I've been drawing these pointy flowers since I was like in 6th grade. They're like sea stars. They can be all different ways and they still look good. No. Kali is playing League of Legends with Victoria and Cruz, so I'm chilling with Shugras tonight. Nice, Final.
How is Shagraz doing?
Besides being his normal troll self.
I mean, that is his default state, so.
I feel like I should. Well, maybe I
Shagraz is lurking. Hey, Shagraz, I was just asking how you are.
Yeah, we were asking how you were, okay? Being nice.
Yeah, we were asking how you were. What the fuck? That looks good, Flutter.
Thank you.
The fertile, gentle, and the blessed, the pain of Nubia. It's only of the moment, and desolate, a suffering, a wandered the oppressed. Nubia, their glorious creation, songs roll sweetly across the harvest plain. The tears of Nubia, a passing aberration.
We watch into
the river, and I never cried again.
Come to love Nubia, have to keep believing.
Scattered and divided,
We
are still its heart. Of all of Nubia, ephemeral and fleeting. Spirit always burning, though the flesh is torn apart. Sorry, I can't help it. We were trained to sing this song.
Oh, I think I know.
I should have done that differently than I did, but I didn't! I wasn't paying attention. I accidentally blew a breaker in the kitchen earlier and wrecked Kali's game because it affected the outlet, his PC, and the router plugged in. Oh no! I know, but it was an accident!
Right.
That sucks. Ours is really well labeled, like, on the breaker box, but not all of it makes sense. Like, what's wired, like, which is on which fuse. Right now, since I only have such a small part of Beast done, it just looks like a weird shadow that's like clinging to the side of Belle. She's just got this weird blue shadow.
I like it though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's because part of this is his buttons, but you can't really tell. It just looks like part of her dress.
Part of this is his butt.
Buttons.
I like the shadow. The shadow is good. I do too.
Yeah.
I actually kind of really like it. It gives her more definition, I think, is the thing. Like,
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping she'll start to look a bit more like she does in the bigger picture once I get the darker colors on.
Right.
She's very bright right now, almost eye-searingly bright. I'm in every kind of trouble.
can't you
Can't you tell? Just look at me.
Half
Half
ecstatic,
ecstatic.
half dejected. All in all, I'm all it seems. Easy terms I thought I wanted. Feel me now with chilling dread. You can never know the chaos of a life turned on its head.
I can't know because I write that all the time.
Of a life turned on its head.
Dude, basically my
Oh.
profession is basically fucking up people's lives. They're imaginary people, but still.
Counts.
Where is that? Oh. Interesting.
Well, I know which song I should also send you.
Oh, did you send me songs?
No, I will later, but I forgot that
Fine.
that group I told you about, they have one song that they had Bruce Dickinson sing on. It's really good.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hipster woof. Oh, with the hat on? Yeah. I have a song request, A Whole New World.
Which one of us will sing Aladdin and which one of us will
Right.
sing
That's because it's not done yet, Shigraz.
Yeah, leave the highlighter right in the middle of what you're trying to look at. That's helpful.
That's right.
I see like... Oh, okay, they're all over there. I was like, I see like 4 stitches of black, and then it's not like anywhere else on the chart. But I found like a dozen other stitches over there. So there's not much. It must be mostly for the back stitching at the end, which is my least favorite part. So Graz says there's a string still. There's still a string
Yeah,
attached.
I'm not done yet.
I think that's because, yeah, I think because that's being in use. Oh my god.
What?
You just don't
No
believe me.
brain.
I've been writing 40 fucking thousand words this week, but there's proof of it right there. Flutter is Jasmine and Striker is Aladdin.
Okay.
Oh,
I know why this is happening.
We could
There
try
we go.
singing that later.
Yeah.
I have to listen to the song in order to sing. I'm not like Flutter.
Yeah,
Look,
I don't
I will
need to hear the
agree-
song.
I will agree if okay.
I
look,
can hear it in
I
my
will
head
agree
once
to
I've had
that
the lyrics
if-
start.
I can be the carpet, just silent.
I mean, I don't believe you were included in the request to sing, so...
No, that's the point. I don't have to sing anything.
The carpet is silent.
So I'm Aladdin, Flutter's Jasmine, and Woof is the carpet.
That's
Not the tiger,
the
the
carpet.
carpet.
No.
Well, the
look,
tiger's not
I
in that
am
scene. The carpet is
boring
the...
It's
and
in the beginning of
flat.
that scene.
Yeah, for
and-
like 30 seconds.
I'm just saying, he could have been a tiger.
Look,
Supposed to be a
I'm good
carpet.
at 3 things: being boring, flat, and getting
Would
walked
make
over.
a fabulous carpet. Exactly.
I can't disagree.
But who's dating princesses? Who's the adventurers? Wait. I would own a pet tiger like it's nothing. That's true. All right, I take that.
Only don't for real, because that's unethical.
I know.
I am a street rat,
I wouldn't
so
actually.
it's very helpful.
Riff raff, street rat. I don't buy that. If only
Look,
they
let's not be too hasty,
I'm a
okay?
street rat. I'm Riff Raff, I'm a street rat.
Let's
Still
not
a
be
cheese
rather tasty.
Gotta eat to live, gotta steal to eat. Otherwise,
Otherwise,
we
we
get
get
along.
along. Wrong. Dude, that was the first movie I ever saw in a theater.
Dang, mine was
Really?
I
Yeah.
think, Oliver and Company.
Nice.
It's the
think
first
mine-
movie I remember seeing in a theater.
I think mine was the Care Bears too.
I love that.
Look, I'm slightly older than you all.
But that's beautiful.
Like, not very much.
Ah!
No, we couldn't afford to go to the movies when I was little. So the first time I saw a movie, I was 8 or 9 years old, at least.
Someone came into my stream last night and was like, I'm a senior, I'm not gonna say in high school or college, and instantly I was like, I'm old.
Ah!
Right.
Look, that's true. I did help the 2 of you kiss for the first time.
I thought you meant in real life for a minute, and I was like, no, I'm pretty
No.
sure that's not true.
Say what?
Like, the timing doesn't work on that. But you mean Woof the carpet.
Yes.
No, yeah.
Oh,
That's
oh.
accurate, yeah.
Yeah, Woof, yeah, as the carpet did definitely
Look,
was the
I'm
most
boring,
proactive
but old dependable.
and
There you
amazing.
go.
Not boring at all. Carpet was the best because it was the opposite of boring.
Ah!
Oh, here it is. Like father, like son.
Also, I did like chill out in a cave for like 1,000 years. That's also kind of my MO.
That's definitely a thing for you would do, yeah.
I can be sassy when I'm weirding things up.
What do we think about this? Is this done?
It looks great.
It's cute.
Okay, then I gotta move the stars and the nebula out of there and move them up to there.
Okay, crew.
Father,
What Disney character are you
like
then?
son.
Yeah, tell us that.
Don't assume your vices get handed down the line. That a father's blood suffices to condemn his child's design. I've done wrong, I can't deny. But at least I know that I shouldn't blame that on my stock. Well, this may come as quite a shock, but I no chip off any block. I wouldn't wish those words on anyone. Like father, like son.
No, what did I do?
I gotta say, if we're choosing like what Disney character we are out of all of the Disney movies, I'm definitely not Aladdin.
Yeah, that's not how
No.
that works. Yeah. All right, we're gonna revamp this baby a little
At
bit.
which you excel. It isn't nearly hard to tell. Evil's a distinctive smell.
Do 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 do. Oh god, those guys were so hot in their twirly coats. Oh fuck.
What Disney character would I be if I could be any of them? There's so many choices.
Right? That's a really hard question.
And there are so many like more than when I was a kid too.
Right.
When I was a kid, it would have been Ariel, hands down. Like the Little
Well,
Mermaid.
but that was
my
your
movie.
era one. Mine was Belle. That was the
Yeah,
that was
mine
our
was
era
Ariel.
princess, right?
By the way, here's a fun story. Well, no, okay, I'll wait till we're done with this.
No, go. I don't know what Disney character I am.
Okay. Here's how early inklings when you know that you know certain things about yourself, right? I think I've told you this story before. So I grew up in Florida, right? So everyone had a pool, and like Little
Yeah.
Mermaid was the thing at the time. And so my friend and I were like, okay, let's go play Little Mermaid. And she had red hair, but like I never wanted to be Ariel because fuck that. I always wanted to be one of the male characters. So I was like, there you go. That's how you know early about yourself when you even don't know about yourself.
Right. Little
Yeah, the
baby
two when
wolf
I-
knew.
The two when I was
Yeah.
younger for me were Ariel and Nala.
Carrier.
Ariel. Look! Did you miss the part about how my brain is fried?
Ariel and Nara.
Fuck! Oh my god, I
So
hate
sorry.
you so
Nala
much.
is a
So
contender, yo.
much. I hate you.
Speaking of Heather Headley, she was also Nala in the Lion King original Broadway cast.
Nice.
Was she?
Yes. Very good.
Amazing. I love it. We saw
I
that.
really liked the songs in that, like, that were the extended songs.
Yeah.
I feel like the character that I identify most with as a Disney character is actually Mulan. Because I feel like I wouldn't have said this when the movie came out because I was
For sure
quite
not
a bit more grown up by
Rapunzel.
then. I do identify with Rapunzel, but for different reasons. But the reason why I picked Mulan is just because I feel like the whole time I was growing up, people had like certain expectations of me and certain things that they would say around me, and all I really wanted was to do my own thing.
It's fair.
And Mulan does that, and she turns into a total badass, and I want to be a total badass.
You're a total badass.
I don't know.
You
I
are a
write
total
badass.
badass.
You can't like judge yourself because no one ever judges themselves fairly.
Sure, I guess. If you say I'm a badass, I guess I'll have to take your word for it.
Yeah, you're
I
absolutely a
identify
badass.
with Rapunzel in not good ways.
Yeah.
Let's just say Rapunzel is the reason I understand what emotional abuse is and how it served a role in my life. And let's leave it at that.
Right.
There are things, lots of stories can teach us about ourselves.
But it's really not the way that I should have figured that out.
That's
Fair.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's like one specific scene in Rapunzel that is absolutely me. Like 100%.
I'm the monkey Abu, who is basically entirely cut out of the remake, save for like 3 scenes.
I haven't
Aw.
seen any of those because I refuse to watch them.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
won't watch any of the live action ones.
Out of
I was
all
forced to watch, and I'm
characters.
sorry,
Yeah.
sorry, Flutter, but like I was forced to watch
was-
the Beauty and the Beast one, and
so,
it was
so
just
was I.
awful.
By Flutter.
It was
Listen!
objectively
What's up?
terrible.
We're gonna watch this now.
Listen. I didn't hate it.
You were obligated to not hate it.
But I didn't hate it for reasons that are different than... I realize that it has its definite sore issues. Sore spots. Things that are not good.
Like 99% of the movie.
No,
She's gonna come over there and cut you. Just so you know. You might not entirely be wrong, but she's gonna come over there and cut you. So you want to at least speak respectfully.
I'm not trying to say that you can't enjoy the movie.
I think that it obviously had problems.
Sorry. I'm not laughing at you, I promise.
Well, if you are gonna die in your sleep
Look,
tonight,
no,
that's
I'm not laughing at you. I'm not laughing at... Look, okay. I am well known. I have a coworker of mine who refuses to talk about movies with me because I'm too much of a critic.
I just want to point out to you that when we were talking about something that you like that I don't like, I was very gentle, and now I feel like I should just eviscerate it right here as revenge for what you're doing to Flutter right now.
Look, one time
No, it's
I told you
fine.
about a thing I liked, and you told me it was stupid.
We're not fighting! We're not fighting!
I believe you mentioned a thing and asked how I felt about it before you told me you liked it, and that's why that conversation went that way. Just so you know. What was that? What was even? I don't remember.
I don't.
What?
I don't know. I don't want to know. I don't want to. Everybody, just calm down. It's fine.
Things are getting spicy here tonight.
I feel like it could
Look,
be
tell
either
me-
Stitch,
look,
Lilo,
no.
Hiccup, or okay, Hiccup's not Disney, but cool.
Look, all facetiousness aside, tell me what you really loved about the live-action Beauty and the Beast.
What I really loved, I don't know.
I tell you now.
did-
You already were a dick.
Are you talking to her? Okay, never mind.
No,
No,
he's talking to
you.
you, but I don't see why you would tell him at this point.
No, I thought that they did some good things with character development and story. That
I did think they did a good job with making the Beast beastly. Like, that was something they definitely, like, paid attention to.
yeah, and is this really bad? I do not like this at all.
What's real? Oh. No, Hiccup. No. Don't assign How to Train Your Dragon to Disney.
Yeah, that's not. First of all, also though, that's because those are great movies too.
Also, here's another thing. This is why you
the
can't.
end of the third one, though.
This is why you can't trust my word about movies, because I refused to see the third one of that because I got really pissed off about the whole design of the like girl dragon. So I'm like, oh great, reductivist. You know it's a girl because it's white and has blue eyes. Sure. And it's
Yeah.
gonna be the typical plot where you have friends and all of a sudden a girl comes in and then everything's ruined because a girl and
That's not the plot of the movie at all. The plot of the movie is that he finds a mate and Hiccup is like, okay, we're gonna get you a mate, buddy. We're gonna,
Yeah,
because
that's
they're
how it
bound.
goes.
They're bound together. And it's also about them learning to be separate because
Right.
I've
they're
also
bound
heard-
together by their disabilities.
a female dragon has like no personality.
Woof, I'm gonna mute you
God,
now.
woof, she's just in heat. Okay, is there anything wrong with that?
And I never want you to talk to me again. You're dead to me. Look, I didn't
They're
like
the
the
last
ending.
two of their kind, for God's sake.
Got
I
a
didn't-
bone then.
I didn't like the ending of that movie, but you're being way out of line. You've not seen it. You don't even know anything about the Girl
Hiccup is
Dragon.
Disney in my heart, okay? Oh. Like Anastasia, not, was it Anastasia? Yeah.
Yeah, Anastasia was
Anastasia
not originally. It
is
is
not
now.
originally
They
Disney,
own,
yeah.
They own it now. I think they own Fern Gully now too.
They own them all now. That's
I don't like that.
I don't really
Well,
either.
It's not really
honestly.
good for copyright law, but it's it's Disney.
Did they buy like Dawn Blue Studios? or
Can I
something?
just
They've
not
gotten, like,
write
they've
this
bought, like, all the
word?
studios.
Ugh.
So
Why is Twitter a
Also,
terrible
if we're gonna
word?
talk about movies that were animated that were not Disney, we have to talk about Thumbelina because that movie was.
I know I was gonna say
Mm.
Thumbelina like 30 seconds ago.
Thumbelina was so good.
It was.
Thumbelina is the movie that set my expectations for romance.
Oh, right. That was the thing. And The Land Before
This
Time, which it turns out is only like 40 minutes long.
Movies.
But I thought it was like a whole-
Movie's only 40 Like that movie was
I
a slog.
was
when I was
this
a
epic,
child.
40
right?
minutes
Like, no,
of
it took
emotional
forever to get
trauma.
through that. Like, when I was little, and then I turned it on as an adult, and in like 40 minutes it's over, and I'm like, wait, What?
True story. We were living in Toronto at the time, and Ghost's brother came to visit us, and we were like, let's watch The Land Before Time. We went to the corner store and bought snacks, and came home and made popcorn and turned on the movie, and then we were like, that's
What
it?
is it?
That's the
all
movie?
there is? It took us longer to prepare for this movie than it did to watch it.
And we still had snacks, so we put on a different movie. That was my adult experience with
That was
The Land
exactly
Before Time.
it.
I was like, let's watch
was
this
exactly
epic
it.
classic from our childhoods. And all three of us were like, wait a minute, where's the rest of the movie?
Wait, they're making another one? Why? Oh,
I didn't like how the third movie ended.
Well, it's fine. It's fine.
It's not fine.
There's nothing
Woof
that
is
we
a-
can do about it.
Woof
So
is a dick, and
Woof
it's
is a
not
dick,
fine.
and it's not fine. I'm sorry.
I said I didn't what? What did I say I didn't do?
You said, I am a dick. That's what you said, and I'm just repeating it.
No, what Shagraz said. I know I'm a dick. That's not in question.
Why we believe I haven't seen it? Woof just said he didn't.
Wolf said he didn't see it because he automatically judged the girl dragon without ever seeing.
I just don't like. I just don't
We
like
didn't
design where
spoil
it's
the
like,
ending. We didn't
You
say
know
what
the
happened.
girl. You know it's a girl character because they slap eyelashes and a bow on it, and that pisses me off. Like,
I think
be
that
more
you're-
creative.
I tell you, as a person who usually likes you, I think you're being unfair because it was actually a really good movie. So you might want to check yourself before wrecking yourself.
Look,
is all
I
I'm
am-
saying.
I am very good at wrecking myself, so
Yeah, you are. That's what's happening right now.
look, I'm very nice except when it comes to my opinions about media.
Well, apparently I should never hold back on talking about something you like ever again, because you clearly don't know how to do it.
Look, I have the utmost respect for people's enjoyment because I like a lot of trash media.
You
and I will
do. Oh, you
100% admit it.
100% like trash media.
I do. I love B
And have
movies.
spent hundreds of thousands of hours on garbage.
Mystery Science Theater. I love it.
I'm AO. What does that mean?
Ayo.
I don't know what that means. Look, you guys think that we don't talk to each other like this off camera. We do. This
Oh,
is
no,
just
this
perfectly
is-
normal. Nothing. No
That's not
friendships
at
are
all.
being ruined.
No.
No friendships
We're
are
not.
being ruined. Everyone's happy. Wolf has if Wolf was
Yeah,
really
no,
mad at
me.
me, he would be like ripping that hat out stitch by stitch
It's
right
fine.
now.
It's fine.
So,
this
like,
no, we
come
don't.
on.
No crew. We
This
we
is-
love
this
each
is
other,
just-
and this is how we express it.
We talk to each other this way because we love
we
each
talk
other.
trash at each
It's-
other all the time.
I know it's weird, but it's perfectly normal.
No, honestly though, in the end, I do sound like an asshole, but I really do respect everyone's enjoyment of whatever it is that they like. So
You don't sound like
No,
you do.
I
but-
do though. Like I said, I watch tons of trash, and that's fine. Like everyone can like what they like. Like
Pop this out of the thing.
unless it's keeping up with the Kardashians, and fuck you. But
Well,
I mean,
Okay.
all I'm gonna say
Listen.
is you play Guild Wars 2. That's all I'm
Everybody-
gonna say.
everybody does something that like they just do. Look, we all have guilty pleasures, people.
That's
it's
true.
okay
Well, you shouldn't even
to
feel
do
guilty
whatever
about
you
them,
want to do.
honestly.
Indulge yourself
no.
in whatever
Yeah.
makes you happy.
For real, don't feel
Please.
guilty for the thing you enjoy.
But Wolf will eviscerate it.
I
It
will,
was
yeah. I mean, I'll let you put it on.
Sugareyes-
Viciously and without
I
remorse.
am not saying that
not
it was
even buy you a drink.
it was amazing or anything. It was not the best movie I have ever seen. I enjoyed
It wasn't
some
even
of the
best
things.
version of Beauty and the Beast that she's ever seen.
No, I appreciate the original movie, straight up. Thank you very much. But I felt
like
that
how
they were
Wolf was guilting
creative.
Me too. He's like, you tore
things
apart
that were
something I
done.
like. I should do that more often.
Mhm.
Apparently, you need it.
Guys,
Oh.
Flutter over here trying to have a serious conversation about Beauty and the Beast,
right.
and I'm just over here like, oh my god, Wolf.
I don't know
You're
why.
a
Oh
I'm
my
trying.
god.
Oh my god. How could you?
Honestly, here's my thing. I would have felt. I do think there's a trend in Hollywood of like they feel like they have to hire like giant names. Like
Right.
been
I wish they
happier
hadn't
if
done that. They should have
if
hired
they had
a bunch of the
either-
people from the Broadway
Yeah.
show. Like,
not hired Emma Watson, which I think she's a great actress.
right, she
but
wasn't
she
the
can't
person who
sing.
should have
I'm
done that
sorry.
role. Right.
Yeah.
She's
Or
a-
they
I'm
would've-
not mad about Dan
People-
Stevens as Beast though.
I
He
don't
did a
know that
pretty
she
great
makes
job.
A great
And
doll,
honestly,
but
I
she's a
liked
good
the song that they
actress.
added for him. I really liked that song.
Is
Although
that
it
the
should
like?
have
If
been,
like
it should have been If I Can't Have Her from the Broadway show. Just
that
putting
that
Yes.
that song's so good.
But I
That
did
song
like
is
the song that they
fucking
put in there.
amazing.
So I mean that's the thing. They didn't do Home. They didn't do, I mean, they didn't go in the Broadway direction at all,
Yeah.
really.
And like,
so,
look, I enjoyed. I think Emma Thompson's great. Kevin Kline is great. Who else was in that? Luke Evans was great. As I liked him as Gaston.
Yep. him and
you know.
Josh Gad. Yeah.
Gaston.
Who?
Gaston.
Gaston.
Oh yeah, Gaston.
Gaston.
Gaston he's good. No, I think the actors outside of Emma Watson, honestly.
Yeah, and like I said, I think she's
unfortunately,
great.
She's just not
right.
innocent enough
On
to be
paper,
Belle.
she looked like a great idea.
She looks like the idea of Belle,
But
like
it doesn't
Yeah.
work, right? And I love her, and I love everything she
Mhm.
does, and she speaks out for all kinds of amazing things, and I love her. But I just think that she wasn't meant for that role. That's all.
yeah, I agree.
Oh my god, I was scrolling through my Twitter last night when I was on my stream, and I found this thing that was it was an article where someone was like tearing apart Daniel Radcliffe because he spoke out against J.K. Rowling, and literally the first paragraph was like, he speaks out against his creator, and it's like, hold up.
Right.
She didn't make
Is
him.
she his
She's
mother?
his mother.
Right.
We are talking about Daniel Radcliffe, the man, not
Right.
Harry Potter. Like,
right.
she didn't create
And
the
here's the
actors
thing,
who played in
He has
those
done
movies.
so much stuff since he's done Harry Potter. So it's
Right.
like,
And so much better stuff than
Right,
Harry
right.
Potter. I want to see that fucking Weird Al movie.
I know, and you know what I heard is that Weird Al would not let them put like anything real in it. It's like all like,
It's like all fake because it's
yeah.
like a mockumentary. Yeah.
it's just amazing. I fucking love that. It's so good.
Also, Weird Al is a gem of a human being, and if you don't know his music or about him, go look it up because he's just
Okay,
the
so
best.
I can't hear you right now, but is this length good for you?
Yeah, it looks fine.
This is about where it says to stop. So it says about over the eyebrows and at the end of the earlobes.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It looks
Okay.
like a hat.
Yeah.
Look, Sugar Oz, did you miss the part where I blew out
So-
my brains writing 40,000 words this week?
I'm not gonna lie, Vinyl. I thought Weird Owl as well. when
Weird
that
Al.
was first said, and so I was lost for a minute, but I just kept
That's
drawing. Like
amazing.
I just.
I didn't say. Oh,
Oh,
my god! I just
Shit.
hate you.
Did I
all.
forget my... Okay, I need my scissors. 1 second.
I did. Gosh,
I did say
said
Weird Al, but I didn't say it on purpose. I blew my brains out writing so many. Oh my god! Someday one of you is gonna write 40,000 words in 4 days, and then you're gonna come crying to my feet and say, "Oh my god, Megan, I didn't understand." Now I do. Brain power is a limited resource. It turns out.
Right, I'm doing it. It's happening.
Oh, you're cutting it?
It is. What Vinyl said.
Oh my god, Shigraz, I hate you so much.
You know what? I got
I
a
love you guys,
email.
though, seriously.
Huh?
I'm just telling chat that I love them. You got an email?
I got an email from the company that makes this yarn, and they're like, "Hey, could you give us a review about this yarn?" And I may actually write one because I'm just like, let me tell you, this yarn has really stood up to me fucking up so many times, and I really appreciate that. Because I've had to rip it out so many times, and it has not split or messed up or anything. I'm very impressed.
It sounds like you'll be using that yarn in future projects.
I would buy this again. I was very impressed with it. And I will say this is the first time I actually bought yarn off of a yarn website instead of like buying it at a store. So
Mhm. I'm just thinking about how quiet we were on last week's stream, and this
I
stream
know.
has been like 3,000% the opposite.
Ah!
Also, this still just looks like a really weird blue shadow underneath her.
Not a bad thing. I like her. I like her weird blue shadow and all.
Every time I look at chat, all I see is fucking Shagraz's Weird Owl keg dance thing, and I'm like furious. He's getting exactly what he wants right now.
You've gotten
Like, he
her all
lives to
riled
troll.
up.
I know, and nothing else has been said, so it's exactly where my eyes go.
Here, I'll say something. Let's see.
Shagraz never change. I love you.
There
I
we go.
hate you, but I love you.
That's so much better, Woof. Thank you.
Ah!
Why the cat in the middle? What the hell?
I don't know.
You come up with the weirdest combinations of fucking.
I try to go for interesting motion and symmetry.
Well, I mean, you always put the licks on the outside, so it's really just whatever you put on the inside.
Yeah, I'm like, how can I make this awkward?
Or the bustier one, the braziers one, or whatever it is.
Oh, the
butt
busters.
one, the butt one.
I was gonna say that's the opposite of the.
No, the
There you go.
That's butts.
Yeah, that one. Bussers, that's what it's called. I was trying to remember what the actual name of the
Oh.
emote was. I knew it was
The
something.
fact that people make those just makes me laugh.
It is funny, yeah.
Usually I don't like because when I'm on
Vinyl's adding
Vinyl
emotes now.
entered Speed L.
I was in Colley's stream the other day, and I was looking through his 7 is that 7 TV or whatever?
Actually, sir, I think
Yeah.
It's because I like to see what's in there, and I was like, dude, you have a lot, like a weird number of emotes of people in toilets. And he's like, yeah, I have way too many people that are allowed to add emotes to my thing. I'm like, okay.
Vinyl, you should find
Vinyl
the one that Glowworm has for Flutter. It's it's Dix written in rainbow font.
I like it. Please do.
She would love to have that.
Please.
If you're still in the thing.
Guys, if you're interested in Dix and Flutter, go down to my throne wish list and check out the one of the 2 items that's on there because it's amazing.
What wish list?
Go underneath in my information under the stream in the panels. There's a link to a Throne wishlist. Throne is like a website that streamers can use for like wish lists that doesn't share personal information on either person's part when the thing is done.
You're looking for dicks?
It's just
Apparently.
if you go, it's on there. Don't.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see it. Yep.
Yeah.
It's apparently 0% funded.
It is, but I love vinyl.
Oh.
Yes, isn't it so cute though?
Yes, Vinyl, thank you.
Do I need to leave? Oh, there we go.
I love it. Yes.
Very nice.
Vinyl is the best. These are adorable. What the hell? And they come in all colors too.
So,
I know, right? Aren't they?
Flutter,
Great?
should I just crochet you like a giant dick?
I wanna
Yeah.
redeem so I can hug a D.
Yeah, she would love it if you crocheted her a giant dick. I'm putting it out there. She probably would.
I have
I
seen
would.
plenty of patterns
love it.
online.
That's 100% correct. Vinyl.
That's right,
That
Vinyl.
is- I think Glow actually has like 3 different dicks, rainbow dicks emotes. And I was like, I gotta get that on Flutter's channel. She would love that.
I love
On the
it.
server.
It's great. I love that you picked the one with the biggest letters. That's the
Nice. Perfect.
That's
Yes. You know Flutter very well.
yeah.
Vinyl.
That is absolutely perfect.
I knew I could trust Vinyl for this.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, so last night on my stream, Ghost Pepper finally picked a game of Tome's House, and me and Sable had been trying to convince him to join House Mellies, which is the Badgers. And I guess he decided that in his heart of hearts, he's a Pepper. So he joined House Verdant. And I sent Sable a message after my stream, and I was like, he decided that he's a Pepper, and she just laughed.
He can't deny himself.
I think he kind of wrecked himself, though, because I'm pretty sure House Verdant is allied with House Felis, and he hates cats. Air quotes hates cats. He doesn't actually for real hate cats. He'd just say he does. He's actually very sweet to all animals. But if I tell him that he's allied to House Felis, he's gonna be like, oh no.
I can verify that Ghost Pepper does not hate cats.
Yeah.
Ghost Pepper loves my cat.
He says he's a dog person, and he probably is, but he's although he really liked Carmina. Carmina is still his favorite cat.
Yeah.
He tells me that. He reminds me that from time to time.
She was the best
That
cat.
she was the only cat he ever really liked.
with that. All right.
Wolf, did you watch She-Hulk?
Not yet.
Oh.
I'm like always a couple Marvel shows
Maybe-
behind.
Maybe skip that one.
Okay, I'll take your advice.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, I remember
Or-
those kind of.
Or watch all but the last episode and then just imagine an ending because it'll be better than the real one.
Ah! Yeah, Ghost was kind of mentioning it was a thing.
It was so bad. It was such a train wreck.
It's
And then
unfortunate.
I really liked that one up until that point, so
I don't know. I just feel like they kind of have issues with ending stuff.
I don't want to spoil the ending of that show, even if you're not gonna watch it, but they had an idea and it was cute, but it didn't work.
Hmm.
And instead of, because they basically tried to write a tongue-in-cheek joke about people calling them bad writers,
Mhm.
but instead of proving that they're good writers, they proved that they're bad writers,
Ah!
and it fell really flat.
That's
She-Hulk
unfortunate.
was a great character, but the show was garbage. Again, it's snowing, so I'm sniffly. You guys can
Is it really?
take it. Yeah, it's been snowing for like. It's not snowing now, but it's been snowing.
Dang.
Wong's best friend. Oh, Wongers, that one? The one who calls him a Wongers?
Oh my god.
Yes. I liked her too. She was such a good actress. She made a pact with a demon in the form of a goat.
I didn't watch any of this either, so.
That episode was actually really good. That's why I was so mad that the end of the show was so. So watch up until the last episode, and then just decide how you want it to end, because it'll be better than how it actually ends.
Okay.
Imagine that they actually wrote an end for that show, because they didn't. Man, I keep thinking of this song. It keeps popping into my head, but it's the creepiest song.
Hmm?
It's called Jesse's Girl.
Oh yeah. I wish that I had Jesse's girl.
Yeah, it's that song. It's really bopping,
That was
but it's
really,
so creepy.
really right, spot on.
Yeah.
And there's a part where he's like, and she's loving him with that body, and it's
Oh,
like,
She's
yeah.
loving him with that body, I just know it. And he's
Oh.
holding her in his arms late, late at night.
I actually really love Jesse's Girl.
Oreo sandwich.
And he's like, how do I get Jesse's girl? And it's like, you don't. She's with Jesse.
Maybe if he just asked.
I mean, sure, but yeah.
Maybe Jesse's okay with that too.
Yeah.
It's medicine with a Y, but not a U.
Oh my god. You guys.
Isn't it with 2 D's as well? 2 D's and a Y.
Mmm, 2
No,
D's,
D's.
bros.
Oh.
Man, but a really good show that everybody should watch is For All Mankind. That show's amazing. I'm
so glad you guys watched it, because like I'm saying that is a great show. I still haven't finished the last fucking season yet.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Okay, I was watching it with a certain person that's on the other side of the country right now,
I
and
will watch
we
it
haven't-
with you.
I know,
I will watch it
but
with
we haven't
you.
resolved
I need
exactly how
someone-
we're dealing with that. So just
I need someone to talk to about how that season ended, because I'm on pins and needles. Look, I know, I see you were looking at me, Woof. It's an actual good show, not
Mhm.
garbage.
no,
And
it's a really good show. It is
need
so
to
well
know
written. It
where
is
it's
so
going.
good.
With a certain particular character.
Oh my god, please don't. Nope, we're not talking. You're done
I
now.
won't-
No
I
more
can't
words,
say
no more
anything
words.
else.
No
I
more
can't say
words,
anything
because I'm
else, just
halfway
that-
through the season, so I have speculation already.
that there's a character.
No, don't do that to
No,
me.
What happens to
Oh,
that
God.
character? If you're only halfway through the season, you have a lot of characters to worry about, my
I
sweet.
do, I know. That's why I'm saying.
They murder characters in that show.
I know.
Wow. like in a we are going to rip out your heart and stomp on
Right.
a-
Oh yeah.
like, wow.
Oh yeah. That show is so good.
They're like, you want to feel emotions?
Yeah.
You're gonna.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna.
Even if you hate this character when they're first introduced,
Oh,
later on you're gonna love
yeah,
them and you're
still
gonna be
gonna
so
feel
mad.
emotions, yeah. I know exactly which character you're talking about.
Yeah. And some of the characters I love so much. So much. So I don't
What's
want
this
them to
show
do
about?
anything with them.
For All Mankind. So the idea behind the show is that it's an alternate history. And the
Mhm.
idea is that the separation point is that the Russians beat us to the moon. The Soviets landed first.
Oh, I think I heard about that. Okay.
I think I've talked about it
I've talked
before.
about it a couple times too, I know.
Yeah, and so the idea is like that the space race essentially continues, and so it started out with the 60s, and I think they're up to the 2000s now. They basically do like
Yeah, because
one
the
decade
last
per season.
yeah, the
it was the 90s.
it was the 90s.
in the
This
last
yeah,
one.
this last one.
And that was season 4,
Three?
I think? 3? Yeah, so it started in 69 when
Right.
we would have landed, and the first season was the 70s.
Right.
And then they did the 80s and the 90s. And it's really good about, like, it's about the space race, but it's also about the families that are involved in the space race.
Right. And everything that goes on around that whole situation.
And the characters are so complex, and like I don't really think there's a character in that show that stays a caricature for very long. Like they might be a little bit for a while, but
No,
they get
yeah, but they do develop them. They definitely give them justice.
and they're really good about, like, they've created really good plot lines for their female characters and for their
Right.
characters of color, and they've addressed things like the fact that back in the late 60s, early 70s, it was hard for a black woman to be part of the space program.
Right.
And, like, yeah. Yeah, it's really good.
Is that too big? That's too big, isn't it? Because YouTube's small. Discord is big. Maybe we just shrink it.
That's the kind of sci-fi that I really like. Best sci-fi I've watched since The Expanse.
Oh yeah,
Was
for
For
sure.
All Mankind.
I agree. I will rate it up there with The Expanse for sure.
Come on. Although I will say we watched the new Top Gun and that was shockingly good as well. Different genre, but I thought that was gonna be crap and it was actually really good. I'm looking forward to Glass Onion. The sequel to Knives Out.
Oh, I was like, what's Glass Onion? I don't follow. Oh, I didn't know there was a sequel coming.
Yeah, it's coming out sometime end of this year.
Interesting.
And I think they finally renewed Sandman for season 2 as well. Thank
Yeah, I heard
goodness.
about that. I'm excited for that. Did you ever finish the graphic novel?
No.
Okay, I won't say anything then.
I know some things about it, but no, I never finished it.
No.
I'm really interested to see where they go with it, especially because they set up a particular plot line with a particular character, played by someone I love. I heard about Girl getting recast. I don't really have strong feelings about that, though.
It is going to be a Hemsworth, so you could do worse, I guess.
I do like Liam Hemsworth, but mostly I'm just like, there's a season of The Witcher coming out with Henry Cavill in it.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see that before I decide whether or not I'm upset that they're recasting.
That's fair. That's
like,
fair.
is the next season even gonna be good? If the next season is a train wreck, then who cares if they recast him?
We could ditch the TV and spend a little more time reading books and singing.
Because I don't necessarily think the first season of that show was overly great. The second season was much better.
Leaving little trace and even less memory. I just want to be still. I just want to be still.
I mean, I wouldn't... If I had a choice between changing Geralt to Liam Hemsworth or keeping it as Henry Cavill, I would of course love them to keep it as Henry Cavill, but that isn't what's happening.
Yeah, and if a dude decides he doesn't want to play a role anymore, or however the thing is done, like, you can't force somebody to keep doing something forever.
Yeah.
Well, and I think there was a disagreement between him and the writers, but that Netflix, let's be honest, Netflix is a fucking dumpster fire right now, so it's 300% their fault. if they're not managing their franchises correctly.
Free your mind and be still. Free your mind and be still.
I'm excited for the Daredevil reboot, although it's probably gonna suck. I'm interested in the Daredevil reboot as well, although I agree it's probably gonna suck. Marvel hasn't been doing too hot with their TV shows. Andor has been pretty good. It's cut weirdly, but it's been very good.
This point it will carry us far beyond it until we are nothing. Sometimes I feel like we're just words on a page. Close your eyes and
We actually really enjoyed Rings of Power too, although
I did
I feel like
too.
the season should have been longer.
Yeah, you haven't seen that yet, have you, Flutter?
Nope.
Yeah, I won't say anything, but you know what? Okay,
We thought it was good. We thought it was good.
yeah, just don't expect it to be like exactly like the books or the movies, and you'll be fine. Have a fun time with it.
Yeah, I mean it's a
It's
completely
pretty true
separate
to
thing.
the lore, though.
Yeah. I will say I thought the lady who played Galadriel did really good. I really liked the Elrond's actor. I thought he was a cutie. The dwarf guy was great. The dwarf wife
Durin?
was great.
I believe it's
Yes.
Durin. Yeah.
And I can't remember the
Also,
wife's name.
Elrond and fucking Durin.
So a bunch of like really good actors is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yippee!
Oh yeah, the acting's really good.
Boyfriends or BFFs? You
Oh
decide.
yeah, if you don't like Lord of the Rings, Shograz, you'll hate Rings of Power because it is Lord of the Rings.
It is Lord of the Rings.
I thought it was. I actually liked it better than Wheel of Time. I liked
I agree with
Wheel
you.
of Time, but I didn't feel like they developed the lore enough for me to really understand the depths of what was happening in that show.
And I think for me too, because after watching so many Marvel shows and blah blah blah, it was really refreshing to see like real stuff on. Like I'm sure some of it was sets and things, but like I thought the look of it looked really nice. Like
It did. Oh, it was gorgeous, and the
Mhm.
cinematography was great too.
yes, I agree.
We have not watched House of Dragons yet. I asked Ghost when he wants to watch that, and I think it's coming soon. We're watching the Orville right now, which
Yeah,
is
I've
also
s-
really good.
I've seen the first 3 episodes of House of Dragon, and then we stopped watching it.
Why?
Partly
Too-
because
too
my
dark and
my dad wanted to watch it, and I didn't, and he forgot about it, and I'm not reminding him because I don't give a crap about Game of Thrones.
I have
and
no particular attachment to watching that show either, because Game of Thrones is definitely not my genre territory.
I did go back to my old habits in that after we stopped watching it, I went online and read all the episode summaries. So I know what happens, I just haven't watched it.
Oh, I did that.
Because I'm a weirdo like that. I will say positive things. Matt Smith is in it. He does
Matt
a really
Smith
good job.
That's one of the reasons why I'm willing to
Yeah.
watch it.
I will say the actors, everyone I saw, the actors were very good. I also agree with Megan in that I'm not like a
Not a huge
super
Dark
fan of
Knight.
like, there's a place for it, but I think they go a little too overboard with it on that show.
Some people like that kind of like Ghost is always arguing with me that Game of Thrones isn't supposed to be grimdark, but it is. Like
It
it's
is.
it's specifically and purposefully grimdark. And if you like that kind of stuff, that's fine. I want there to be a reason my characters died instead of them just falling over because the author thought, oh, this will be unexpected and people won't know what to do with it.
Yeah, Shagraz, I will say I used to make Megan and Nathan really mad, or Ghost really mad, because, well, maybe just Megan, but when Game of Thrones was out, I have not watched a single episode of Game of Thrones, but I have read like every single episode summary.
Then you were like, I hate that show. And I was like, you can't hate the show. You haven't seen the show.
Yeah, it's kind
Like,
of
you have to
kind of a
actually watch
thing.
at least one episode of the books to say, or one episode of the show to say that you don't like it.
Right.
You don't know anything. You don't actually know anything about that show. That's like someone buying a book, reading the first chapter, and giving it a 1-star review. Like, you don't actually know that book.
Look, I try to give books
summary.
like 100 pages until I stop reading them.
I'm gonna read the Wikipedia summary of this and then decide that it deserves a 1-star review.
Oh my gosh. I know I'm awful. Actually, recently I had this book I got at some point, and I was trying to read it, and I actually stopped. I got to a certain point in it, and I actually stopped because I was like, this seems like really offensive, and I don't know if I want to. Like, I was not super connecting with the book anyway, but I'm just like, I don't. It was like this. It was like a character who is shown to be like gay, right? And she works at like a library, and there's another librarian there who's like in a wheelchair, and at some point the wheelchair character, the person in the wheelchair, something happens where he's like not in his wheelchair, but he's like, something happens and he's like hopping around on one leg in a weird situation, like where he like can't get back to his wheelchair or something, which is meant to be uncomfortable, right?
Yeah.
And the main character is just like sitting there laughing at him.
Oh, well, that makes that character super relatable.
Yeah, and then the book even goes to say like another character like is like mortified and like walks away, and then later on the character that uses the wheelchair is just like, haha, I'll take you out to drinks and be your emotional support gay.
No.
Something I'm learning from playing this game is to have the characters' decisions affect the deaths, if and or how they happen. I mean, so here's my official position as a writer on death and putting death in fiction. There's nothing wrong with having death in fiction. It's something that happens, and it's something that we have to be aware of and deal with. But when you're crafting a story, if you just drop a character dead for a body count, people will notice that. If you're trying to be edgy, if you're trying to just kill off half your cast in the final book, people notice that it's pointless. Death has to mean something. It has to affect the story in some greater way. So have an impact to the other characters, change their perspective, affect how they act in the future. It has to be something. It has to be important, and it has to feel cathartic in some way eventually in the end, because if it's unsatisfying, then what's the point of doing it? So my advice is only kill a character in your fiction if that for some reason has a meaningful effect on the story. And if you can't think of any reason why you're killing that character except you just feel like you should write a death, then you probably shouldn't. Books don't have to
J.K.
have a
Rowling.
That may have been what I was talking about when I said kill off half the cast.
Fair.
For no reason. I've said that many times, and it remains my position. Like, and I also don't even necessarily mind high body counts either. My issue with Game of Thrones is that most of them are just, it feels like they're just for shock value or to be edgy or to be like, this is the gritty real world bullshit. And it's but that's not my jam.
Yeah, and it's like, why would I even bother getting attached to anybody?
Well, that's the thing.
They're all just gonna die, right?
That's the thing you gotta be careful about, is if you train your readers to not give a shit about anybody, then why would they read your book?
Yeah.
And why would I read Game of Thrones? There's literally no point in getting attached to any of the characters. But even Ghost told me that in the books he drinks his own Kool-Aid and introduces characters that he just kills off later in the book. Like, so what's the point?
Yeah, that's not a cool thing to do. I don't like that either.
It looks a little bit more like a sleeve now that there's a space in it. Honestly, if a character is gonna die, I want to feel it viscerally in my body, in my blood, and I want to sob bitter, bitter tears that character had to die. And I'm thinking of a specific character in His Dark Materials, and Flutter knows which one.
Oh, I know who it is
still
too.
to this day sob so hard when I think about that death.
Is it from book 2?
Yep.
Yep, I know who you're talking about.
Yep.
Because I actually recently reread that this
Oh,
year.
even just thinking about it. Oh, it hurts.
I gave those
It hurts.
books
Yeah.
to the Flutter kids to be.
Oh no!
So
Here, enjoy your emotional devastation, children.
Yeah, sometimes you do just die, but it's not satisfying in fiction to write it that way.
Mhm.
And it gets old real quick. And
Yeah.
I just don't. Game of Thrones is the series. Oh, the one we're talking about. His Dark Materials.
His Dark
I'll type
Materials
it in
by
chat.
Philip.
Also, very
Pullman.
amazing. I still have not read the last one. I'm planning to do that. Hopefully,
Oh my god, have tissues.
I will. And here's the thing: I read the first one.
Wait, you
a
mean
long
the
time
last
ago.
one, like the last one, like the
The Amber Spyglass? Is that the last
right?
one?
But that's not technically.
Tissues.
Isn't there another one after that?
He wrote one
Or
that's.
there's two
I haven't
more or
read that
something
one
like
either,
that. But
though.
I haven't read any
I
of
don't know
them
if he
after
ever
that.
finished. I don't know if he ever finished the other two. There was supposed to be two more like side
Right.
books, but I
Yeah.
don't think he ever finished them.
Oops.
No, yeah, the Amber Spyglass is
I
the
don't
last
think-
one of the
I don't
trilogy.
think everything written. I can't stress this enough. I don't think everything written needs to have a payoff either. But if
Right.
you have a main character just drop over dead, you can maybe get away with that once.
Yeah.
I don't think you can keep doing it. And that's my
Mm.
issue with Game of Thrones is that like the whole point of those books is just which character am I going to pointlessly knock off next?
Right.
It's unsatisfying to me. If you like that, that's fine. But if I'm reading a book where that happens like in each book in the series, I'm not really going to care about anyone because they could drop over dead at any moment and then I'm going to stop reading the book. If you know everything has a payoff, like, I want to know that when I get to the end of those 1,000 pages, I'm going to feel satisfied for having read it. So, yeah, it does have to have a payoff, sorry. It's not real life, and I don't read it to be in the real world, because the real world sucks, and I live here, and I'm done with it. I don't want to read about it. That's me, though. If that's your jam, if Game of Thrones is your jam, that's cool. I'm not saying it shouldn't be your jam, but it ain't mine. Ghost really likes the books, too. But he's never gonna finish them, so what's the point of reading them anyway? I think he said he's like 2/3 of the way done with The Winds of Winter, and he's been writing it for 20 years. Decide what color I want to do next.
Take care of me and my fragile heart. It's yours to keep, but it can break.
I, on the other hand, really like stories that are tragic and sad at the end.
I'll take
Look, I don't mind stories that are tragic and sad at the end. That's not the same as pointlessly killing off a character.
No. I don't mean by killing them off. I just mean that, like, everybody just gets it, like, well, this is life, and that's a shitty ending. I really enjoy.
All I'm saying, Sugaraz, is that I have to care about the journey enough to get through it. Otherwise, what's the point? Also, I feel like you're just antagonizing me to antagonize me.
Also probably true. I don't know what I want to do with this.
I hate it when there's like a little cluster of a thing and it's not going to be enough for a full strand. Well, maybe it might be of this size.
Climb up that hill. I'll catch you if you fall. But you never
Where is that?
Hydrate skin suits.
Sky
Thank
blue.
you, crew.
because my love
I mean, if you like different stuff than me, Shagraz, you do you. I just my opinion is if I'm gonna invest in like 5 1,000 page books, someone I give a shit about better make it through. Like somebody better make it to the goddamn
You
ending.
know what? And that's the thing. You know what's funny is, so when we were watching, so like I said, we started watching House of the Dragon, then we switched over to Witch of Power. And I know they're two very different shows, and I'm not debating that, but I just like, and I also went online and read somewhere, but I'm just like, the thing about like stuff like Game of Thrones and stuff is it's just like, it's a story about a bunch of asshole people doing asshole things to each other.
Yeah.
And that's all it is. And it's just like, sometimes I want like to read about people who aren't giant fucking jerks.
Yeah,
You know?
that is a thing.
That's the other problem is if everyone is an asshole in a story, I don't care who
Right.
lives and who dies.
Yeah.
So-
That is a thing.
There's just too much pointless death in it for me, Shagraz. You can like it if you want, but you're not gonna convince me to like it. If that's what's happening here, just so you know, you're wasting your time. They're obviously massively popular books. They're obviously loved by a great many people. I'm just not one of them.
And that's fine.
Yeah. As we said before, everyone can enjoy.
And I know
Whatever it
Flutter
is that they
enjoyed.
like.
I know Flutter enjoyed those books because she told me that the reason she watched the show was because it satisfied her desire to know what happened to those characters in the books.
Right.
Probably until the end was shitty, but
Right.
like
I actually stopped reading the books like halfway through because the TV show caught up with them or caught up with where I was at and I couldn't keep up. And I was, you know.
Good night, crew.
Good night, crew.
good night.
Thank you so much for hanging out, my friend.
Well, and I know that like Ghost reads a bunch of like grittier stuff than I like. Like he reads a lot of like military sci-fi and like he likes that. He liked The Expanse in part because especially in the earlier episodes it's really really
very-
gritty in how
yeah.
it shows, you know, survival in space. It's very realistic. I don't like that stuff because that's not the kind of story I'm interested in, but that doesn't mean it's a bad story.
Mhm.
Right.
It's just not the kind of story that I want to spend my time on.
Yeah.
Why did they do this? Why? Every now and then it just doesn't want to split the thread. Like it's not wound that tightly that it should be sticking together that hard. Alright, I'm doing diamond color.
Diamond color.
Yeah, it's this light blue here. I don't know if you can even see the color.
Not really, but cool.
It's his sleeve. It's part of his sleeve.
Oh, that's
Hang
cool.
on.
Yeah, that would be the like roughly part.
Yeah.
So my iPad's gonna die before the night's out, so I gotta figure out what I'm doing next.
You can't get the cord to reach.
It's already plugged into the, but it's plugged into the HDMI port and it's not powered.
I had to rearrange my desk yesterday for my 12-hour because I needed to plug in my iPad the whole time. I didn't think it would make it 12 hours.
Right.
Even with plug-in breaks, I was like, it's probably not gonna happen. Oh man, I noticed they put Evita on Disney Plus, so I watched that not that long ago.
Oh yeah? How was the rewatch?
Such a good movie.
I
mean, I know objectively it's not really the best portrayal of her life, but it's such a good movie.
Right, it's a great musical, honestly. My girl Patty
And-
making waves.
Antonio Banderas' whole role in that movie is just to be sassy.
Right.
It's like...
Yep.
Yeah, I was having a night where I wasn't feeling well, and I was like, Evita's on Disney Plus.
What? Evita.
This is my night now. I'm kind of annoyed
What's
because...
new? Buenos Aires. I love that song.
I love that song too. I'm kind of annoyed because I started watching Criminal Minds because everyone was like, yeah, it's great. And the first season is not great. And they wrote a character out of the show that I actually liked instead of getting rid of the worst character in the show. And everybody assures me that the show does eventually get good. And I'm just like, when?
Right.
Because I'm
when?
but I'm only at the beginning of season 2, so I'm gonna give it, I don't know, I'm gonna give it some time because I have been assured by people that it does get good. But I kind of wish I knew like when, so I could just skip ahead.
Right.
Because like I watched Castle as just sort of like a tongue-in-cheek thing, and it was okay. And then I watched Lucifer again for a kind of tongue-in-cheek thing, and there were parts of it that were really good. But there's only been like 2 really good episodes of Criminal Minds out of like 16 that I've watched. I'm like,
Right.
when does it get good every episode? I think the main problem is in the early seasons, they equated literally every crime with sexual gratification. And I'm like,
Oh.
at some point, you're gonna have to write some actual psychology.
Right.
At some point, you're gonna have to, like, do more than 5 seconds of research to write these episodes.
But at what point, really?
That's what I want to know! But I was talking to my in-laws because they've watched it, and I was like, I feel like the show would be better without this one particular character, and they were like, which one? And I said which one, and they were like, oh yeah. So I'm assuming that at some point they write that character out of the show and it gets better. It's 100% the writers because the actor is fine, but the character is insufferable. It's proof that no matter how good an actor is, they can't polish a turd.
Yeah, if the writing's bad.
If they're told to do a stupid story, it's still gonna be a stupid story.
Yeah.
Venus. I feel like Shagraz left because I said I'll never like Game of Thrones, and he was like, screw you.
I'll never forgive you.
I'll never forgive you, and I'm never speaking to you again, and he stormed out of chat.
Just left. Shagraz, are you still there?
No, he stormed away. I upset him. He's gonna come back and give me the finger emoji. It's 10 o'clock already. Oh, there we go. Thanks, Shagraz. I appreciate you. I'm waiting for the second season of so many shows now, though, or new seasons of so many shows.
I've basically just stopped watching things.
It's funny because I really only, like, bulk watch things at one specific time of the month.
Right.
But because at that specific time of the month, I have, like, a day and a half where I literally can't do anything, I need to have entertainment, like... I need something that's just entertaining enough to fill my brain.
Right.
And so one of the shows I'm waiting on the second season for is called The Great, which is on Amazon Prime. Which I actually think Flutter might like. It's about Catherine the Great in Russia.
I think I've heard of that one.
Yeah, I think I have too.
You might like it, Woof. The humor is very, very adult. And I didn't find it funny at first, but it kind of got good. In the second season, it kind of got really good. Like the story got really good. It's very much satire. There's not a lot of actual like real life history in it. Like it's roughly based on Catherine the Great's life, but they've taken many, many liberties with actual history. So it's pretty good. And the guy who is Nux in Fury Road is
Nicholas Hoult.
Yeah, Nicholas Hoult is the Tsar.
That's cool.
So he's in it. He's amazing.
He was in that. Oh, go ahead.
No, you go.
He was in that movie we watched together. The favorite.
He was. I like him. He's really good. Flutter would like it because there's a character in that show who's like married to one guy, but she's like, I can screw whoever I want, and she proceeds to do so. So, that character very much is like the Flutter character in my mind.
You heard it here, folks.
Yeah, well, because her husband lets the Tsar like sleep with her because he's the Tsar, and he has mixed feelings about it. And at one point, he tries to get it to stop happening, and she flat out tells him, "You don't get to decide who I sleep with." And I was like, "Dang, girl, you go." So it's an interesting story. So I'm waiting on more of that. I'm waiting on more of Bridgerton, although I had mixed feelings about the second season of that. The first season was pretty good. The second season was okay. So I'm waiting on that, which I think they've got seasons 3 and 4 coming, so that's cool.
See, there
I'm
are
waiting
just
for
so
more
many things.
I'm waiting for more For All Mankind because OMG, give it to me now.
Right, that is. Discord gets more dots than the rest of them, but I like it.
I like it. It looks good. I missed the final version of the Twitter one.
Oh, here.
Oh, nice.
It's got stars and stuff in the background, but that's the...
Yeah.
I have to crop the stars and stuff because they just go over top of everything, so they make it all look kind of dull. Right now, so I need to like put them in each one and cut them down.
And I believe the Orville is supposed to have new content soon. We're almost caught up on that.
Right. I think I have seen all of the Orville that's out, but I'm looking forward to seeing new content from them.
Yeah. Also waiting for a season 2 of Wheel of Time, because I assume they're gonna do season 2 of that at some point.
Yep, I don't
And
watch
maybe
anything.
What was that?
I don't watch anything compared to you.
Well, we have a night of the week set aside specifically for watching things.
Right.
And like I said,
Yeah.
some of these things are things like Criminal Minds is just my mindless binge on the day that I don't feel good. Every now and then I'll watch an episode in between, but I'm not really invested in it. I'm not really that invested in The Great either, but I would prefer watching that to some other things.
Right.
And I really honestly, we only watch like, usually on most days we watch like an hour and a half of TV every day, so.
Right. I actually don't even have a TV set up in my apartment right now. Any TV I've been watching has been on my computer.
Makes sense. When I'm at my computer, I usually just put on Critical Role and do other stuff while it plays in the background.
Yeah.
That's the problem, is sometimes I need to get out of my office or I'll do stuff like that I shouldn't do, like work on my days off. Or write 40,000 words in 4 days.
Mm.
I mean, I guess I was supposed to do that, but maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe I shouldn't have been supposed to do that. It's funny too because in character, there's another writer from my house who is my guardian. Like in character, she decided to be my bodyguard, and so we were in Sable's chat, and her character found out that my character was doing this because the in-lore reason why we're doing the 50K challenge is to strike back at the zombie horde before they can gain power.
Right.
And her character was like, when were you gonna tell me that you got involved in a massive land defense? And my character was like, oh, I thought that's why I was here. And she's like, no, you're here to be an ambassador. And my character was like, what?
Oops.
Oopsies! And then he
Right.
tried to camouflage, but she could see him still. So I kind of feel like that in real life too, where I'm kind of like, oops. I said I'd do this, now I gotta do it. The cool thing about that community too is that they're so big and widespread now that they pretty much have people around at any time of day, no matter like no matter what time it is, because they've got people in Australia, and they've got people in England, and they've got people in Europe, and they've got people
Right.
across North America. So there's always
So
someone
cool.
streaming. Yeah.
That's pretty amazing.
It's funny too because when one of the founders came over to my place, because she lives not far from here, she said that they thought maybe like 25 people would show up to the first one, and she's like 100 people showed up,
That's cool.
and they have quite a large community now. So yeah, it really took off.
That's awesome.
I think a lot of I've said this about writers before, but I think it applies to all creative people. I think a lot of creative people experience kind of that black sheep feeling growing up, and where you don't really fit in with the cool popular kids, and so you just kind of learn to get along on your own. So when we find a place where we can hang out and like be ourselves, it means really, really a lot to us, because we didn't get that very often when we were younger.
That's very true.
And then I think it scratches that itch for a lot of people. Kind of like how the rest of the Twitch community that we hang out with, Kali and Joe and all them, feel like family to me for that same reason. You know, they're all the super cool people that I wish I could hang out with as a kid, but I didn't know them because we all grew up scattered to the four winds.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I know I'm just like rambling over here. Just sitting over here rambling.
You're fine.
Partly it's so that my characters won't crawl into my brain and tell me stuff, because I don't want to talk to them until Monday.
You're like, just take a break, guys.
Just chill. Although I just gotta say, Domrin's a really good dad.
No doubt.
So, I have proof of that now.
Good.
Just got this random floating blue ruffle here. You can start to see a little bit just around her arm. I love this community too, Vinyl Stencil. It's full of so many amazing people.
Right. Absolutely. I agree.
Like when Kali ended his D&D last night and came over to my stream, he was saying 2 of his players are in the same town and their power went out like during the
no.
stream. So one of them just ran over to the other one's house and they crowded around his phone.
That's amazing.
Did the end of the D&D session, and it's like, I don't know if they knew each other prior to streaming, but like, I don't know. I think it's a testament that we all don't mind hanging out with each other in person as well.
Right.
Because you don't just meet anyone that you meet on the internet.
Right.
This is the woman who married someone she met on the internet, but you know.
Lol.
What?
Lol.
I just
They
think that
said bull, and I was like,
No.
what happened?
I think that we think of that whole thing way differently than the current generation does. Like, because
Well, yeah, we grew up at a different time.
right, our meeting people on the internet, when we inherently think of that, it's a whole different ballgame than when this generation inherently thinks of that. Like, so I think that's something to be said.
They worked together before we met them on Twitch. Nice. But I know we have met so many people from this community. We've met Vinyl and Collie, we've met Flanny, we met Bo, Victoria, Slothy.
You guys have met so many people.
No, I'm hoping that when we go back to Ontario for Christmas, we might be able to meet some more people, but we're not going to do the traveling this time. So it might depend on who wants to drive at that time of year. Eventually, I'm sure we will travel more and meet more people, but we did a lot of driving in the summer, so we just kind of feel like
Yeah.
we should plant ourselves this time. We gotta get you up here sometime for another visit.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while before I'm gonna be able to do that.
I don't know, but we'll make it happen at some point. Although I guess we gotta go down Seattle, Oregon way so that we can meet up with Bard and Andrew now, too.
That's cool. That's still quite a ways from me.
Yeah, Bard lives where you used to live.
I know,
before you
it's crazy.
moved.
We missed each other by a pandemic, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Andrew's a bit far for a drive, but hopefully we could figure something out. And who knows, we might be able to fly down to your neck of the woods at some point.
Yeah.
But I know you like it up around here, so I'd love to have you back again.
For sure.
Shit, hang on. I never emailed myself. I never backed up my stuff from today. I was so out of sorts when I finished writing all of this. I never backed it up. Now if something goes horribly wrong with my computer, I have a copy of it in my email.
Always good to have backups.
Ugh.
Oh, goodness.
Starting to grow annoyed with myself when I only have like 2 sentences of notes for a scene. Because then when I sit down to write those scenes, I'm like, what do I do with this? Leopard count in here too. Ooh, I forgot to put yesterday's as well. How many words did I write yesterday?
A heck of a bunch.
10,042. And today, 10,701. Second highest day of the
Just
month.
a pittance.
Wow, get out!
I'm being sarcastic.
I know. It's your favorite books as well. Like you'd be
Yes.
excited about it.
I am.
Wow, straight from Love Shack to Sweet Things. That's an epic combo. Oops. It's just smaller than I expected. I tried to pull the thread through, but there wasn't more thread to pull through. It's like, why did it get stuck? Oh, it didn't get stuck. There's just not more of it.
Happened to my music.
Oh, you got rid of the colors behind the Instagram logo.
Yeah, I'll put them back. I'll bet I'll do it again. I just I'm gonna have to do that with an overlay on the computer instead of doing it
Oh,
on
okay.
my iPad.
I was gonna say, I thought it looked really good.
Yeah, but that was an actual. Those are the actual. That's like an actual picture.
Oh,
of the
that
Instagram
was the actual.
logo.
I thought you
yeah.
You had drawn that.
No. This is the portion that I've hand drawn, and then I'm gonna go in and put my own
Right.
color on it.
I see how it is. Hear my husband getting home. Hang on.
Is it D&D night for the Ghost Pepper tonight? You know,
I think so.
yeah. Ding. That's very crunchy, isn't it?
Very good.
Do we know how long we're planning to go tonight?
I don't know if I'm gonna go too much longer tonight because first off, my battery is gonna
iPad is
die
dying?
on my iPad, and
That's fine.
nobody will be able to see anything after that, which is fine. But like, whatever.
No, that's totally fine.
So I feel like probably pretty soon, actually, we're gonna call it.
Yeah, no problem.
If that's okay with you guys.
No, I am totally cool with whatever.
Doing
Mostly
a
just
thing
because my
for 3
husband was like,
hours.
hey, how long are you planning to go? And I was
Yeah,
like,
absolutely. Figure if I can finish up this Instagram thinger. I've gotten quite a few of them done tonight, so
yeah, they've all looked really good. Alright, I guess I'm not getting under that one.
sometimes these flowers just don't. The pale blue is darker than the sky blue. Interesting.
I'm pretty sure. Okay, it's a very different quality of blue as well. Different shade. I'm used to having like two different colors that are almost identical on
Right.
this freaking horse. Where did I put my scissors? Oh. No, don't do that. Just trying to get away. Hmm. Just checking on what Ghost Pepper's up to. He's cleaning up from earlier. I forgot that we never really got the dinner cleanup in before he left.
Sometimes it happens, you know?
That's true.
That not getting the dinner cleanup in?
Yeah.
Yeah. He had to run directly to D&D. weird to make enough progress to actually like see the shape of what I'm working on. That was not a thing with the horse either.
Right.
To go for like a week before you would start to see.
Alright. I have done... Oh, I need to do that. Okay. That's okay. My iPad is going to imminently go to destructo mode, so...
It's held on for
It has.
a long time.
And it
since you said
wasn't
was
quite
getting
fully
low.
charged when I started, so... I have to adjust the YouTube logo a little bit compared to what I just did, but... that's okay. The Twitter, Discord, Insta, the chat rules. Got a lot of them done. Yeah. I'm not sure about how I want to do some of these. Like, I'm gonna do a tips one. I think I'm gonna do the dancing one for tips, and one for thanking people like you have on yours. I noticed the other day. I've been trolling everybody's things.
I did that
like
too
stuff I
when I
need to
set
fix.
mine up. Like, what do
Right.
other people
I
include
know
in
I'm like
these
way behind on
things?
some of this stuff.
I only did that stuff because Victoria had included a lot of it, a lot of the label
Yeah.
as already made, and then I went and did all the book stuff. I redid all the book stuff as well so that it would work better at one point. So I get it. It's a lot of maintenance.
Right. So I'm just trying to, yeah, kind of catch up with some of that. I do not know, but at any rate.
Ghost is like gonna appear in the chat and you're gonna be like, all right, we're wrapping up.
Yep, we're heading out. Who do we have? Oh, Jay Chili's still going. Why don't we just
If
raid
Joe's
Joe?
still going, we should drop it on.
Yeah.
He's working on the Beardy Bunch dating sim.
That sounds fantastic. Let's drop a raid on Joe.
And Bard is assisting.
Yeah, alright. So guys, anybody that's here, please come along and say hi to Joe with us.
Take care, Sugaraz. Thank you
Take
so
care,
much for hanging out
Sugaraz,
and
Vinyl,
sassing the hell out of me.
Crew, when you were
Vinyl.
here hanging out, thank thank you everybody
Have a
that
chill
stopped
night.
in and said hello. Honestly,
True as well, although I know you've gone to bed.
Yeah, we love you all. Have a good night.
You're
Let's
all
go
the
raid
best.
Joe. I need to actually copy my raid message probably. Let's go raid Joe. Bye guys.
Yeah, rain message.
Bye.